This is the introduction to personal statement essays. So, what is a personal statement essay? Your personal statement essay is one of the most important parts of your college application. It can be the deciding factor that gets a school to accept your application or deny it, so it's incredibly important that you write a good one. Basically, your personal statement essay is the one essay that you will submit to all the colleges that you're applying to. Not all colleges require a personal statement essay, but they will at least leave room for you to include it on your application. And if you have written one, then it's important that you do because it'll only help your application. This essay is not the typical essay that you read in school. It's supposed to be an incredibly personal essay where you talk about yourself, hobbies, passions, and values. And you're allowed to write in the first person and use words like me, myself, and I. This essay is going to have a word limit of 650 words. So ideally, your essay will be between 500 and 650 words. That's going to be a sweet spot for a good essay because you're going to want to use all the space available to help convey your message. There are 7 different prompts to choose from when you're writing your essay, and all colleges accept these prompts. You can find the prompts by either looking on your Common or Coalition account or by looking them up by typing in 2024 to 25 personal statement essay prompts. I've included a picture there showing where to find it on your Common Application account. The first 6 of the prompts are guiding questions that will help you figure out what to write about. An example of one of the prompts is, discuss an accomplishment, event, or realization that sparked a period of personal growth and a new understanding of yourself and others. But the 7th prompt states, share an essay on any topic of your choice. It can be one you've already written, one that responds to a different prompt, or one of your own design. And so it's basically saying you can write about whatever you want. So either you can choose one of the first 6 prompts and answer those questions, or take full creative liberty and answer a question to a prompt of your own creation. And I don't lean either way on whether it's better to answer your own prompt or one of the first 6. It's more about how well you can answer one of the first 6 prompts and how creative you want to be. And just to clarify, the personal statement essay is different from supplemental essays. Supplemental essays are additional essays that certain colleges may or may not require. An example of a common supplemental essay is the Why This College essay. So a lot of colleges will have you answer a prompt of why UF or why FSU, and you'll typically have to answer it in 300 words or less. And each college may have their own unique prompts. They're usually shorter than the personal statement essay and are common when you're applying to selective colleges and programs. So, to wrap this all up, your personal statement essay is the main essay you're going to submit to all the colleges that you're applying to. It is not a supplemental essay, and it's going to be between 500 and 650 words. There are 7 different prompts for you to choose from, and the 7th one says that you can write about anything that you want. What are colleges looking for in a personal statement essay? Colleges are looking for 5 characteristics. They're looking for your authenticity and personality, self-reflection and insight, an essay only you can write. They want you to demonstrate strong writing skills, and they want to make sure that it aligns with your personal narrative. So how do you demonstrate authenticity and personality in your essay? The way you do this is by talking about genuine experiences and passions that you have. Don't talk about scenarios or hobbies that you think will impress colleges. Then the essay won't have the layer of details needed to stand out because those passions will seem superficial on paper. But if you talk about experiences or hobbies that you really do love, you'll be able to provide a layer of depth to your essay that will allow it to stand out because you will be able to recall real anecdotes and experiences that will be full of specific details and insight that colleges are looking for. This leads into the second aspect of your essay that colleges are looking for, which is reflection and insight. So whether you're planning to write about a challenge, experience, or passion that you have, colleges will want to know how your topic impacted you in your life. So to find reflection and insight, ask yourself these questions. How has your perception of the world changed due to your topic? What did you learn? What did you believe before and after? What changed? Did your behavior change as a result? Did it affect your future and what you want to do and study? Answering these questions in your essay is how you create insight and reflection. Third, colleges are looking for an essay only you can write. And what I mean by this is that you write an essay with such detail that it could not apply to anyone else but you. So if you write your essay and you read it and you feel like it could apply to another person in a similar scenario, then it's not detailed enough. You achieve this by writing about real events, anecdotes, and passions. And if you do that, you'll be able to add the specific details necessary to make your essay unique. So imagine you're writing an anecdote about waking up at 5 a.m. to go to football practice every day. Instead of saying something like, I heard my alarm buzzing and quickly snoozed it. I groggily got out of bed, strapped on my cleats, and I walked quietly to the front door, careful not to wake anyone in the house, and left for practice. Compare this to, I heard my old Mickey Mouse alarm clock buzzing and quickly muted it, hoping that it wouldn't wake my brother who was sleeping in the bed next to mine. I lay there for a minute, contemplating why coach had us practicing this early in the morning. My father's snoring quickly broke my train of thought. Geez, you can hear it through the walls, I thought. I sat up and slowly tied my Nike cleats together. They were worn from the hundreds of hours on the field. I walked softly to the door, careful not to wake anyone in the house, and left. You convey the same message, but with these tiny details, like the Mickey Mouse alarm clock, the shared room, and the snoring father. These details strung together throughout an essay provide a much more vivid picture, and since they're so specific, they can't apply to anyone else but you. This also ensures that your essay is engaging and believable. Next, colleges are looking for you to have strong writing skills. You need to have proper grammar, a clear structure in your essay, and logical flow. And you can do this by creating a clear outline for your essay before you write it. This will help you get all your ideas together and make sure that each part of your essay relates and flows to the portions that come before and after it. To make sure that your grammar is correct, I would have as many adults as possible proofread your essay and make edits. You can ask your parents or any teachers that you know to help. I would even run it past ChatGPT or apps like Grammarly and ask it to check your essay for you. Just make sure that you revise your essay as many times as possible before you submit it. Another way to show strong writing skills is to follow the idea show don't tell. Colleges don't want you to outright say, I am passionate about X, but rather they want you to talk about a story and experience that demonstrates that passion for you. Or don't say, I learned that but instead show how your actions changed as a result of the experience. Lastly, be concise and focused on your essay. Don't ramble and talk about ideas that are unrelated to each other, but maintain the point of your essay and make sure that your ideas are aligned with one another and have logical flow. And once again, a detailed outline will help with this. Lastly, colleges are looking for your essay to align with your personal narrative. So, in short, what your personal narrative is, it's your past extracurriculars, classes, letters of recommendation, and future major and career all aligning with each other. An example of a narrative is a student that studied AP Anatomy, AP Bio, AP Chemistry, and volunteered at a hospital and conducted research with a professor, and they're now applying to become a biology major on a pre-med track. Now imagine if that student wrote a personal statement essay talking about their passion for cooking. That would make no sense to the admissions officer reading their application. So it's important that you have an essay that somewhat aligns with your application's theme. And this is me not saying write only about your extracurriculars and major, and you should definitely not restate your resume in your essay, but at least have your essay's main point and theme be on the same page with the rest of your application. Just to reiterate, colleges are looking for 5 characteristics in your personal statement essay, and they're authenticity and personality, self reflection and insight, an essay only you can write, strong writing skills, and they want to make sure that it aligns with your personal narrative. The different personal statement essay topics. So, what topics can you write about? Basically, your topic can be about anything that you'd like. The topic does not matter nearly as much as the story and lesson behind it. So, here are 3 ideas that encompass most of the topics that students write about. It could be personal experiences, passion and interests, or personal qualities and values. There are 2 types of personal experiences that you can write about. It can be overcoming challenges or defining moments in your life. These can be stories or events that have significantly impacted your life and altered your perspective or changed your way of thinking. Examples of this can be divorce, deaths, achievements, research opportunities, or even your first summer at camp. The second topic that you can write about is your passion and interests. So these fall under hobbies or things that you enjoy or anything important to you. So think about how you spend your day. What do you do in a week? And what parts of your week do you enjoy? Passion and interest can also be your academic and career aspirations as well. So if you spend most of your time working in academic organizations, or you're already beginning your career, then it's totally fine to write about those experiences. Lastly, you can write about your personal qualities and values. These can be core values that are most important to you in your life, or you can write about the different examples in your life where you've demonstrated these values. So think about how you would describe yourself in 5 words. And in what parts of your life have you demonstrated those values? Examples of this can be humor, curiosity, hard work, family, etc. So here's an exercise that can help you find a topic and generate ideas for your essay. But first, I do want to mention that when choosing a topic to write about, you should ignore all of the personal statement essay prompts. I don't want you choosing a topic that fits a certain prompt, but I'd rather use full creative liberty in choosing your topic and then go ahead and pick the prompt that best fits it. So, the exercise is to write down 20 things that bring you joy, 20 things that interest you, and 10 significant experiences, good or bad, that happened in your life. The reason I choose 20 and 10 is because your first few ideas will probably be pretty common. But as you write more and more, it'll start to become more difficult. And that'll allow you to dig deeper and find more topics that will be unique to you. So, the more, the better. So, in conclusion, your personal statement essay topic can be anything that you want because your topic does not matter nearly as much as the story and lesson behind it. And there's 3 ideas that encompass most topics that students write about: personal experiences, passion and interests, and personal qualities and values. 2 different types of personal statement essays. You need to know these 2 different types of structures before you choose your personal statement essay topic. The 2 different structures are narrative essay structure and montage essay structure. And I do want to mention that both of these structures work equally well in getting students into top universities. And it's more important that you pick the best structure that works for you and your topic. The first structure is narrative structure. So if you're going to write about a challenge or significant experience, then you're going to be using narrative structure. You can think of narrative structure as classic Hollywood movie structure or normal storytelling structure. It's where you are the main character and it focuses on a challenge that fundamentally changed your life. This structure can be broken down into 4 parts: the challenge or experience, and this is where you go into specific detail about the challenge, how it affected you. This is how you felt and what you thought during the challenge. The third part is what you did about it, and this is where you describe the actions you took to overcome the challenge. These actions will help you present your values and growth. The fourth and last part is what you learned. These are the lessons and insights you gained through the experience. It's where you discussed how the experience changed you and why it matters. If you don't have a significant challenge or experience, or you have one but don't want to write about it, then you'll be using montage essay structure. Montage essay structure is where you talk about a series of experiences or topics that are all thematically linked. You present multiple different sides of yourself that wouldn't fit into one narrative story. So, an example is the Rocky cutscene. This is where they show a scene of him lifting weights, a scene of him practicing punching and boxing, and then the famous scene of him running. All these scenes are linked together to the larger idea of his improvement and commitment to winning the fight. But these different scenes work together to tell a larger story, and you can do the same in your essay. For this to work, you need to find your thematic thread that connects your experiences together. An example I have was a student I worked with who wrote about her shoe collection. In the first paragraph, she spoke about how her shoes related to her passions and the different communities she was a part of. In the second paragraph, she spoke about her cleats. She wrote about her experience as the flag football quarterback. Next, she wrote about how her high heels represented her passion for fitness and design. Her chakras were the fourth paragraph, and she described her love for nature. Her last paragraph tied together the piece. She describes how her shoes will eventually wear down, and she can't wait to see which ones she'll buy next. And the theme of this essay was her shoe collection, but it tied together many different values and experiences she had in her life. So, to sum it up, you need to know the 2 different types of personal statement essay structures before you pick your topic. And this is so you know how your topic will relate to the type of essay you want to write. There are two different types of personal statement essay structures. There's the narrative essay structure, and this is the one you're going to use if you want to write about a significant challenge or experience. Next, there's the montage essay structure. This will be used if you don't want to write about a challenge or significant experience. And remember, both of these structures work equally well, and it's more important that you pick the best one for you and your topic. How to pick the best personal statement essay topic for you. Now that you know the two different types of essay structures, the narrative and montage essay structure, how do you know if your topic will be a good one for you to write about? Well, if you want to write about a challenge or a significant experience, you'll be using the narrative structure. And a good narrative structure topic needs to have two characteristics. It needs to be a compelling challenge or experience, and it needs to have a large amount of insight. And ideally, you want to combine both and have a compelling topic with a large amount of insight. First, you want to ask, is this a compelling challenge? And what I mean by this is how significant was your challenge in your life? Did it have a large impact? Remember, it's not how significant your topic seems on paper, but rather the story behind it that matters. To see if it has a large amount of insight, ask yourself, how has your perception of the world changed due to your topic? What did you learn? What did you believe before and after, and what changed? Did your behavior change as a result? Did it affect your future and what you want to do and study? If you answer these questions in your essay by following show, don't tell, then you should be able to convey a large amount of reflection and insight. Here's an exercise that you can do that'll test to see if your challenge is a good topic for you to write about. A narrative essay is made up of 4 parts. And side note, if you list these 4 parts and write complete sentences, it's a pretty great outline for your narrative essay. But for now, for this exercise, I just want you to jot down quick bullet points for each part. It does not have to be complete sentences, it's just a quick exercise that should take you 5 to 10 minutes for each topic that you would like to write about. So these are the 4 different parts of a narrative structure. For the first part, your challenge or experience, I want you to write a quick description of the challenge or challenges. Second, for the impacts it had on you, I want you to jot the effect and impact it had on you. How did your life change due to the challenge or experience? What repercussions did it have? Next, write about how you felt about it. What emotions come to your mind? Third, what did you do about it? And what I mean by this is how did you react to the challenge? For example, my parents got divorced when I was young and I felt angry and lonely. So, what I did was I focused on sports, and I found that the community that football offered me gave me a sense of relief. And so that's what I did about my challenge. Fourth, write about what you learned from the experience. This could be the values that you developed throughout the challenge, or a passion that you discovered, or it could be literally what you learned, either about yourself or the world. And if you have a good challenge or experience to write about, it's likely that this outline was very easy for you to write. If you found that your topic was difficult to outline using the steps above, then it might not be the best topic for you to write about. Now, if you don't have a significant event or challenge that you would like to write about, you can use the montage essay structure. When choosing a montage essay topic, you want to look for 2 characteristics: uniqueness and elasticity. You want ideally a topic that is both unique and elastic. So ask yourself, how common is your idea? You ideally want to choose an uncommon topic for your essay because it helps it stand out. For example, like topics like football, basketball, photography, they're pretty common. But topics like air fryers, rocks, and parrots would be pretty uncommon topics to write about. If you feel like many different people could use your topic, then it may not be unique enough. But always remember, it's better to have a common topic that is very elastic so you can write a lot about it than an uncommon topic that is inelastic, which you can't write a lot about. Now, you want to find out how elastic is your topic. And what I mean by this is how many different values or experiences can you relate to your topic to? I will show you an exercise called the 5 values exercise that will help you find out whether your topic is elastic enough for you to write about. So, for the 5 values exercise, I want you to take each topic that you would like to write about for your montage essay and write 5 different values that you think it could relate to. This does not mean that your essay needs 5 values. It can have more or less depending on the quality of the values and how much you can write about them. For example, I could choose the topic chess. And this is a pretty elastic topic for me to write about because I can relate it for my love for competition because I played high school football. I could relate it for my passion for family because I used to play it with my father and I learned a lot of lessons. my passion for friends because now I play with them even though we live in separate states. We can play it on a chess app. I can relate it to my passion for travel because I played it in multiple different countries against people who don't speak the same language as me. And last, I could relate it to my experience as a chess club president and the community that I found there. So, once again, chess is a pretty elastic topic. But let's say I decided to write about chairs for my topic. I could relate chairs to hard work because I work in my chair. I could relate it to recliners because I like to relax in a recliner. But there's really not much more for me to write about regarding chairs. So I would say that's an example of an inelastic topic. So do this exercise for montage topics that you'd like to write about. And if you're having trouble relating a topic to 5 or more values or experiences, then it may not be the best topic for you to write about. Hopefully, after completing the exercises in this video, you should have some pretty good ideas on what you want to write about for your personal statement essay. So, in conclusion, a narrative structure topic needs 2 characteristics. It needs to be compelling, and it needs to have a large amount of insight and reflection. And you can test this using the exercise I've included in the video. A montage structure topic also needs 2 characteristics, but it needs uniqueness and elasticity. And there's an exercise to find out how elastic your topic is. And as always, your topic matters less than the amount of insight or the number of values you can relate to it.